Hey guys, it's your girl Miss G, and you know what time it is. It's G time. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together. My purpose is to give advice, encourage change, and empower success. The goal is for us to grow, elevate, and excel. Everyday action is required for change, and you have the power to create change. Happy Thursday! It is Truthful Thursday. And I realized that I didn't do my reflection from yesterday for work on a Wednesday. So I'm going to give you both of my reflections for yesterday and today right now. So yesterday was work on a Wednesday, and my reflection word, I had a couple of reflection words. I really didn't know which one to pick because it kind of all went together. And so I think I decided to stick with time. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Okay, so when I thought about work on a Wednesday and I started reflecting from 2020, just recalling to my mind all the wonderful things that have happened, even through a pandemic, the one thing that really made me say, this is what I want to share, is the time spent with my husband. And I know it's been a pandemic, so we all have been stuck in the house with one another every single day, all day, right? And it was hard at first, especially everyone being at home together. You get to experience all day long everyone's flaws, and you really have to be considerate and mindful of one another because now you're stuck into this small space with each other 24/7. And let me tell you, that has been no picnic, but it has been worth it. And so, my word of time is because during this time, my husband and I have developed a good routine of spending time together. Now, again, I get it. We've been in the house together, so we're together. However, being in the same room or being in the same home with somebody isn't spending time together. You're just in the same space as one another. That connection, that relationship, it has to thrive on more than just being in the same room. You have to really take the time and put the energy and the effort into growing your relationship and growing your marriage. And so throughout this journey, we had date night with our pastors and some other couples in the church on Zoom. And from that day, we made a commitment that we were going to get back into our weekly date nights. We tried it before, and I want to say it lasted maybe a few weeks, and then we fell off again. But during this time, we made a commitment that we are going to stick to a day, and that day was going to be about us, just about us. Not the kids, not the bills, not the finances, not serving, not anyone else, just us. And granted, again, we're in a pandemic, so your kids are always here. So it takes time and it takes some creativity to be able to pull off a date night when you can't go anywhere. So we chose Wednesday night. And I love Wednesday. That's why I always put on my Facebook or my Instagram, like, my favorite day of the week is Wednesday. That's because I look forward to Wednesday. I look forward to this time that we're going to spend together just doing something for us. So throughout this journey, it's been about a good 6 months since we started doing date night on Wednesday. And at first, it was easy because we're both at home. You know, during the summer break, teachers are off, so my husband was home. And not only that, when the pandemic happened, everyone was at home. So it was easier because we're here. We can plan a little better. I want to say we had some paint and sip nights, drink, drawing. I was going to say, why did I say drinking? Drawing, and what else? Movie night, and I don't know, there's so many different ones. I can't really think of all of them, but we've had a lot of good times doing simple things, just taking some things here at home and doing them together. We sit and watch movies all the time, but that's just because you don't have nothing else to do. But during this time, we were intentional in sitting down and watching a movie together, sitting down and taking this time together. And so that would be my word of the day for Wednesday. It would have been time, because date night and finding that connection with one another during this time really takes time. And I enjoyed, and I'm going to continue to enjoy every day I wake up, the time that we have spent reconnecting and rebuilding and just continuing to increase our communication and love for one another during a pandemic. That may sound easy to some, and bless your souls that it has been easy, but for someone else that hasn't been so easy. Being at home with one another and being stuck in a pandemic when everything feels like it's falling apart, when people are losing their businesses, when the income has decreased, when your kids are at home full time and not in school, and you're trying to manage each one of their schedules, and manage being a virtual helper to the teacher during this time, going full homeschool, because depending on how old your kids are, it's not just virtual learning. Some parents have literally had to become the teacher, and there's no breaks during the pandemic. You if you're at home with your children and your family, there are no breaks. You're on 24/7. And so to be able to take this time to use just for us, that's a blessing in itself. And I pray for those who may not have been able to experience that. I pray for that, because it's needed. It is so needed. The love that you share between one another, it's awesome. However, when you put a lot of strain and stress on it, it can be very difficult. And so I want to take this time, and that's why I use it as my reflection, as a time to say, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And as I reflect on 2020, I will say that it has been a blessing in my marriage, in my home, to be able to reconnect in this way, even when all things are just seeming like they're not going right. It's not like things have just been wonderful. No, we've been hit with this pandemic too. And to not take that stress out on each other, but to uplift and encourage one another during this stressful time. I take that from 2020, and I give all praise, honor and glory to God, because I know it's only by His grace and His mercy that we can experience this greatness of increasing our marriage during this time. So that will be my reflection of Wednesday. Now let's get on to Thursday, right? So today is Truthful Thursday, and my word for the day, I already knew my word for the day, like Monday for Thursday. Patience. Lord have mercy. Patience. Now, I already talked about being at home with your kids and going through this virtual learning. Oh my God. Patience. I have learned how to be patient. Okay, let me take a step back. I am learning how to be more patient during this time. I cannot say I've mastered patience. I can say that I'm learning to be more patient. Patient with my children, patient with myself, patient with my husband, because this is new. This is new. We've never experienced this. And if it's not new to you, then more power to you. But it's new to us. This is new. Having everyone at home under one roof, still having to work, still having to go to school, that's new. Usually you have time to kind of separate from everybody in your home while you're going through these other times, and you come back together. No, everything is happening together while we're together. And if you have never homeschooled your child, this right here was different. Now, I've homeschooled my older one, but he's older, so he's able to gather his packets and do his work independently. But now we're dealing with elementary school kids being on virtual learning how to log in every day, learning how to get to their Google Classrooms, learning how to turn in their assignments online. Now, let me tell you, I went to online school. I graduated online. So I can tell you that online school is difficult because of all of the many things that you have to be savvy in, especially like technology wise. and how you have to turn things in. Now, I'm not a person who really likes, I'm not that tech savvy. My husband says I am, but I'm not. I don't believe I am. But you have to be able to navigate through all of these different things online. And if you've never been to school online, it's hard. However, this virtual learning was not an online school. It wasn't prepared. They weren't prepared for this. It wasn't as if they have been doing online school. No, the teachers, the staff, the principals, everybody had to put something together and create an online school when they weren't an online school. And create it in a way where the teachers and the students are benefiting and growing. You're teaching kids how to read. You're teaching math. It can be it has been quite difficult. And for many parents and for everyone involved, it's been frustrating because it hasn't all worked the way that they've planned it to work. So imagine the parents at home. They're trying to figure things out on their end, and the parents are like, I need something done right now because these kids don't have nothing to do. They are driving me crazy. Been there. I was there. However, just patience and saying we're all learning this together. We're all doing this together. We're all growing in this together. And really giving everybody some grace. The teachers, the schools, our students, and ourselves. Just giving that grace to everyone. Hey, we didn't figure it out today. I'm not going to beat myself up over it, and I'm not going to yell and scream at you for it. We didn't get it today. We'll work again tomorrow and try to get it done. And every day just getting better and better and better. Now it's, my youngest, she's 9. She logs herself in. She does what she has to do. I hear her in there, and she really rarely calls on me. She knows how to turn in her assignments by herself. She knows how to do research by herself. Like, it has taken some time, but we've gotten there. Everybody knows their schedules. Now, granted, do I still have to remind them what time to get up? I still have to tell them it's time to click, log on here and check on this and look at your grades here? Yeah, I do. They're kids. You're always going to have to do that. That's their children. That's our jobs. However, it's taken time to get to really understanding how to navigate these new classrooms. And everybody has had to learn, well, I hope, how to be a little more patient. That's definitely my 2020 reflection when it comes to virtual learning and learning how to manage everyone in the home, at school, and at work, is learning patience. Having to create workspaces for everyone in the home without interrupting each other. Now, if you have, I don't have a large family, but I have multiple kids, and it's me and my husband, having to create a space for everyone so that everyone can get what they need. Patience, a little bit at a time. Everyday action is required for change, and you have the power to create change. That's exactly what I say to myself. Hey, we just do a little bit better the next day. Patience. I learned patience this 2020. So tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to give you my last reflection of the week, and then I want to hear from you. I want to know what your 2020 reflections are. I want to hear from you what word you would describe that you have gained in this time, whether it's just, again, patience, time. I talked about being grateful and such. I almost gave you the rest of mine. And so I want to know what you've gained from this 2020. What's your 2020 reflection? That I will be doing next week. So with no further ado, I'm out. That's all I wanted to tell you. I learned time and I learned patience. Time and patience. Have a blessed day.